live. Coming to you live from the Pelican Head International Headquarters in Miami, Florida, USA. Welcome, happy Friday, everybody. I hope you had a great week, and I hope let me get my chat up and running here, and I hope you're having a great time. Welcome one more time. It's always my pleasure to hang out with everybody here on the live chat every Friday, of course. By the way, and I was going to, yeah. Hello, Christopher Olson from Sweden, and Papa Drew RV. Hey, Papa Drew, what's going on? We gotta chat one of these days, which brings me to a quick thing that I wanted to do. If some of you would like to be on the podcast. I wanna start increasing the podcast numbers a little bit. I mean, it's not doing bad. We're getting a couple of thousand listens, downloads every episode. But I would like to interview fellow RVers, and especially if you have a YouTube channel or something to plug, that would be great. So send me an email, robert@travelingrobert.com, and we can get that going. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm trying not to overmodulate today with this microphone. Oh, I forgot. I was going to use this mic today. They sent me a mic. This time of the year, since it is the holidays on Cyber Friday, Cyber Monday and Black Friday are coming up, they're sending me all kinds of stuff to review. So I might do a couple of those review videos. And I'm preparing one also about top gifts, Christmas presents for RVers. So that one is coming up too. And send me an email, and if you want to do that. By the way, today I have two beers. I have two beers from Huntsville, Alabama. I have a Rocket Republic Mach 1 IPA. And I have a Monkey Nut IPA from Straight to Ale. So you let me know which one you want me to open, and we'll open that one first. I have one more announcement. There's Mr. CLT. Alex has been organizing a meetup here in the Miami area. I was hoping to do it in Broward County, but it's gonna be in Miami. This one we couldn't do Broward County, and it is going to be on Sunday the 24th at noon in Wynwood, at the Vesa Sur Brewing Company, which is 55 Northwest 25th Street, Miami, Florida 33127, and we're gonna do that in Wynwood this coming not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. So it would be cool if you're gonna be in the South Florida area to hang out like we did. I mean, the Huntsville, Alabama meetup was really cool. I met so many people. Hey, Barbara Zig. And, well, hello, everybody. First of all, welcome, everybody. I'm really glad you guys choose to spend your Sunday evening here with me. And we have 134 viewers and 17 likes. And I have one super chat. Oh, I missed a super chat. Who sent a super chat? Oh, but it is IR 1981. Well, thank you so much. And Sergio Diaz from Pembroke Pines, Papa Drew, happy Friday. Val Chavez from Portugal. A lot of people are moving to Portugal. It seems to be like a popular country these days. Mi esposo Lázaro desde Sarasota from Lázara. So Lázara and Lázaro, that's pretty cool. And we have a Maurice from Kenya. So we already have someone from South America, from North America, from Africa, and I'm sure Europe. Well, yeah, Europe. I saw Christopher from Europe. We only need Asia and Australia, and we'll be good. Okay, let me backtrack here real quick just to see. Hola, Robert from Argentina, from Diego Minzoni, Motocross Max. I have a YouTube channel, and Barbara, Robert Anili, yes, I already read that, and Lazara, And Walt Worth, good evening from Cocoa, Florida. And who else? From South Wales, Australia. All right, Australia in the house too. We only need Asia, and I'm sure someone from Asia will be here soon, right? Fort Worth, Texas. I really want to go back to Texas. Did anybody tell me which beer to have? Cold and rainy in the UK. Well, it's being rainy in Miami, not so cold. But open the monkey nut. I can't believe I just said that. LOL. All right, Derek Whitworth wins the first beer, monkey nut. I had quite a few of this when we were in Huntsville, Alabama, and it is quite good actually. These people, the Straight to Ale brewery, which is located at that campus. Is it 801, 809, 901? I don't know. I forget the number. But it used to be a high school, and then it was a middle school, and then it closed it down, and now it's like a bunch of bars, basically. So it's really cool. CLT in the house says, if you're in the Miami area, Meetup alert, Vez Azur Brewing Company, Sunday, November 24th. Yep. And Neftali Aponte, greetings. It is cold in Boston. By the way, cheers, everybody. I think I drank and I didn't cheer you guys. It was kind of chilly in Huntsville, although it did get really, really chilly. It's sub-freezing temperatures after we left. And we kind of rode all the way south with the cold front. And we actually brought the cold to Florida. We stayed at our friend's place in northern Florida, Rob and Trish Hicks. The Average Campers is their YouTube channel. And we were mooch ducking. And it got down to the 30s that night. That was from Tuesday to Thursday. From Tuesday to Wednesday. Let me put this in the fridge. I have quite a mess here in the studio today, guys. I have a big mess. We arrived here on Wednesday, and I just took everything out of the RV, and I have a bunch of stuff that I got from the rally. And my number one priority was finishing the Carlsbad Caverns / Roswell, New Mexico video that you're gonna watch this Sunday. And I haven't really done much else. So yeah. Carlos Arabitag from Eustis, is that how you pronounce it? Florida. And Papa Drew, Lucky Dog, how is canoeing coming? Lucky Dog is here too. Everybody's here. It's so Happy Trails and Highway Tales. That's kind of a tongue twister, but it's a cool name. I like it. And the Goombas are here. Christina and Richard Ramirez. Eddie Caballero. Hi Robert. How long do the meetup usually last? This is usually like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours. It depends really. Unless it is too late in the day. We usually, in the previous meetups, we just stayed there until either everybody leaves or they kick us out of the brewery. One of the two. Armando Correa, thank you so much for that super chat. I have to do like a jingle whenever you guys do a super chat. Armando Correa from Pennsylvania, no, New Jersey, New Jersey, right? I know I met you in Pennsylvania. That's why I always get it confused. Of course, he's been to both of our Hershey, Pennsylvania meetups, and really, really cool. Global environmentalist, Robert, do you like Victoria beer? Not too strong, not too light. I've never had Victoria beer. I forget what beer I had when I was in Victoria. I know I ate some poutine, but I don't know what beer Memfix from Germany. We have someone from Germany. Tammy McDowell. Hey. And meetup at Nail City Brewing in Wheeling, West Virginia. Let me think about this. We might be able to do that in the... I don't know how I'm going to do this. I would really love to go to West Virginia in spring, but I have a feeling it's not going to happen. But who knows? The thing is, I wanna in spring. I'm still undecided, but I wanna save West Virginia and like the Northeast for fall because I wanna finally be able to see the fall colors. So in the in spring, I want to visit the Midwest. I'm on my way to Alaska, hopefully. Um, Dylan Reynolds. Hi, Robert from Pickering, Ontario. Are you planning to come to Toronto in spring or summer 2020? I would love to. So we'll see. It might happen. But right now, and let me pull up my map here, because that's the only way I can kind of orientate myself here. Should I show you guys my map? Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, I was doing research in New Mexico. That's why I had New Mexico in the middle of the screen. Um, I'm thinking of starting the spring road trip somewhere in northern Arkansas, and then go up to Missouri, Kansas City, which I haven't visited Kansas City yet, believe it or not. And why did all my stars disappear all of a sudden? Woo! Google Maps is. Then I want to revisit Des Moines, Iowa, Minneapolis, Minnesota. I want to finally be able to make it to Angles Inlet up here. And whatever this is, the headwaters, the Mississippi headwaters, that's probably Lake Itasca somewhere up here. No, it's not, but it's somewhere. It's around that area. And then I want to do something in North Dakota because I've never been to North Dakota, Fargo, and there's a big antenna here that for somewhere around here near Grand Forks or Grafton. I don't remember that it used to be the tallest structure, freestanding structure in the world, and from there we'll make our way west. This is like an international peace garden, and I mean that's the plan in the very early stages of the spring 2019 plan. I haven't even checked the weather, so I don't know. Andrew and Monica from Pennsylvania, hello there. And Fasum Bakam, what are you cooking for Thanksgiving? I'm gonna do a non-traditional Thanksgiving this year. I think I'm gonna do like a pork shoulder. I mean, it's gonna be only like 4 of us, so I'm gonna do Cubans and Thanksgiving. How about that? Dustin in STL. Hi Robert, any chance you could put a map in the corner of your videos when you mention certain cities to help get better idea when it is at in relation to the entire state? Yeah, I could do that. Oh, I'm sorry. I can do that. I'm actually trying to put more maps showing my trajectory when I'm driving. So yeah. Do 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 do. Okay, I have something here. It seems to be Norwegian or some Nordic language that I cannot understand. I'm sorry. Robert, you doing a Niagara Falls trip video? I was in Niagara Falls back in 2013, and there is a video on YouTube if you search for it. Whoa, this is going too fast. Yahaim Lozano, are you going to Mexico soon? I don't know. In 2020, probably early 2021, I'm thinking. If I go, and I really do want to go back to Quartzsite, Arizona, I might eventually, if I'm in the area, cross the border. I might do Yuma Algodones just to cross. I mean, my teeth are fine, but or I might just go down to Baja. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's /.g or Robert. What cellular service do you recommend? I've been using AT&T. It works okay. Verizon seems to have a little bit more, a better coverage. But I've got that prepaid plan with AT&T. It's $30 a month, unlimited. But you have to buy that Togo device, the Winegard antenna that comes with the service. Neftali Aponte, Alaska 2020. It's still in the plans. I'm not promising I'm going because, this year that just passed, I made that promise of to do the lower 48 before I was 48, and then while I was still 48. And when you make a goal like that, some parts of the trip are so rushed that you really lose the a little bit of the joy of the trip. Like that part of the trip after in between after Yellowstone, from Yellowstone to Columbus, Ohio. It was even all the way to Hershey, Pennsylvania. That last 2-3 weeks of the trip were way too rushed, and I wasn't able to enjoy it as much, and I wasn't able to make the quality videos that I made. I think I have some good footage, but it wasn't. It could have been better. Let's just put it that way. So, how many pelican heads do we have now in the house? Let me see. It's 225 of us, 39 likes, and thank you everybody for being here, coming to you from Pelican Head headquarters in Miami, Florida. Carlos Santana from Puerto Rico. Merry Christmas. You're not the guitar. No, he's Mexican. The Carlos Santana that plays the guitar. Shangara Fror, I come from Norway. All right. Mary Callan, glad you visited my home state of Iowa. Looking forward to seeing your visit to the Capitol building. The Capitol building was amazing. And it almost looks like one of these European palaces, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's William Irizarry, what's going on with the teeth thing in Mexico? That town called Algodones, which is right on the border with Yuma, Arizona, is famous for like all the snowbirds and all the full timers go down there to get their teeth done. The whole town is like dentists, which is funny. I would love to see that actually. Hi from Montana, Beartooth Pass. The Beartooth Pass. That place is amazing, by the way. And did I lose? It's in my backyard. You snuck by us from Billings on your the first KOA in America. Pompey's Pillars. Yeah, that's part of the trip that was kind of too rushed, to be honest. CLT, thank you so much for the super chat. Super chat. Andrea says to go have a drink with Illy. We certainly will. And yeah, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Stephanie from Hagerstown, Maryland, and Marzon Worldwide. Happy Friday to you. Papa Drew RV. Let's all hit the thumbs up button. If we got 226 thumbs up, take a shot. All right, I'll take a shot. I'll shug it. Mr. Robato, domo arigato, Mr. Robato. The Pelican Head got a new class on order from Tiffin. Looking forward to putting our first sticker on it in the spring. Well, congratulations, Mr. Robato. Is that a Class A, a Class C, or a Class B? Because I don't think it showed. And City Slicker Tony was deleted. Woo! Dylan Reynolds. Hi, Robert. Last year was not a good year. My mom in hospital at the end of the last year in early December. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. And I hope she's feeling better. William Irizarry, I know you're a busy guy. Catch you next time. Thanks for the info. No, you're welcome. And Walt Worth, forget the thumbs up. Done. And yeah, you know what? That's a paper cut. I got a paper cut opening a box. One of these things that they've been sending me. Um, Marzan Worldwide, 191 subscribers every day for 47 days will get you 100,000 by January 1st. Tell a friend. Yeah, 191 subscribers. At one point, I was getting as many. Right now, Social Blade doesn't tell you anymore, but I'm getting 50, 60 per day. It depends, I guess. Lots of weight on that strip, Cubanito. Cardoso Media, where are you heading next? Well, I'm not heading anywhere until January. And we're going to Tampa to the RV show. And then I'm going to circle around Florida. But first, I want to finish all the videos from the trip that I'm editing right now. That is going to take me forever. I'm going to try to edit 2 videos per week so we can catch up really quick by the end of the year or early next year. So, yeah. Class A. All right, Mr. Robato, you got the big one. Steven Fisher, greetings from Colorado Springs. It will be great to see you back here in Centennial State. And, I've never been to Colorado Springs. I've been to Denver, and I've driven I-70 West. I really liked Glenwood Springs, by the way. Really cool little town. But Colorado, at some point, I'll go back to Colorado. On this last trip, I did visit Durango and Ouray and Silverton. And I did the $1 Million Highway. That was something. And I did it towing the trailer. That was something to see, for sure. And new RV inspired by you, Kim Jackson. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you. Congratulations too, by the way. And Atlanta, Georgia, MRRWS 1982. Spinal Robert, do you reserve your sites weeks ahead of your trip or just the day you're going to arrive? And I've said it before here. It really depends. Actually. I don't know. It really depends if it is. Oh no, it depends if it is a weekday or a weekend, like Friday and Saturday. I tend to reserve with more time, and if it is like one of these places where everybody wants to go, like Disney World or anywhere in Florida in the winter, really, and but generally speaking, no, I will reserve certain spots along my route, but the rest I just go by the seat of my pants. If by any chance I cannot find a campground, unless you are in one of these highly populated areas, there's always a Walmart or a Cracker Barrel or something like that. Waltworth looks like my left thumb. And Tampa John, I can recommend a dentist in Algodones. I'll let you know if I need to get some dental work. Jackie Trujillo, hi Robert, you should make Spanish version of Riding in My RV. I've been thinking about it. Doing a Spanish version channel also for a long time, but I barely have time with this one. So yeah, Bernadette Brown from New Zealand. We're all over the world, man. This is really cool. Jose Luis from Brazil. RV Vacation. Howdy, everyone. From Northwest Pennsylvania, we're looking for a low 20 degree here in Pymatuning State Park tonight. We're staying warm. Enjoy the show, Robert. Yeah, it's gotta be cold in northwestern Pennsylvania. And you're like right next to Lake Erie up there. Grand Junction is a great town. I've driven through Grand Junction, but I didn't quite stay. That was that one trip that we were on the rental RV. We didn't really even know an RV or own an RV yet. Hi, Robert. Start you driving to the West 21 trip in late 2020. We could do that, actually. I might do that, but I want to spend the holidays here with family. That's the one thing. Bikes, boats, and bivouacs in the house. Are you going to the Palm Beach RV show this week? I wanted to go, but I made a scheduling mistake. I might still go on Sunday, but I booked a party on Saturday. On Saturday, I'm gonna be singing at a party. They convinced me, so yeah. Welcome home, Robert, from Bruce Prentice. Hope you had a good trip in the mountains. You know, I love the mountains. That's the one thing we don't have here in Florida. So, and the leaves were turning. It was beautiful. It's a little cold, but it was beautiful. And it was great to meet, fellow mini tini owners, not mini tini owners, minis. Which really, some of the new minis, they should be called maxis because they even have a fifth wheel now. So actually, I was the only vintage Winnebago Micro Mini there, if you can call it vintage, a 2015 model, which everybody else, the oldest one besides me was a 2016, which was one of the organizers. CLT working on the challenge this week and looking forward to hearing your RV challenge. What is the Rincon? And he's calling my name. Oh, Rincon Parkway. Cool. Joe, okay, Salvatore is in happy mood. And Joe Arredondo from San Antonio, Texas. Johnny C. Robert, could you tell me what the laws are taking a gun with you in the RV on the road after the two people that just got killed? And there's yeah. I don't know exactly. I mean, you have to do your research state by state. I think, of course, do not take them into Canada or Mexico under no circumstances. But I think if you have like a concealed carry in most states will honor. But I really don't know. So I don't want to give advice because I really don't know. Come visit us at Tropical Palms tomorrow through Thanksgiving. That's a nice RV park. I wish I could. Maybe. Steven Fisher, your next video release, the last one we saw you on the border. Well, the next video release is New Mexico. And we're going to visit Carlsbad Caverns. And you will not be disappointed. That place is amazing. And Roswell, New Mexico, which is what you would expect, a tourist trappy town with a bunch of alien stuff, alien paraphernalia. But it was fun. I liked it. And we end the video as we arrive in the Taos, New Mexico area in the mountains. Actually, I'm almost done editing it. The video is going to be 33 minutes. I'm working on the color correction and stabilization for some scenes, and I'm by minute 29 and a half. I have it in the other computer here next to me. So as soon as we finish this live stream, I'm going to finish that video, and it's going to take probably about 45 minutes to encode, and then I'll upload it. And I have to do the thumbnail. It's a process. Spinal Winnebago should come out with a mini teeny model in your honor. Yes, they should. And they should get me a free one too, right? If you make it to Colorado Springs, try Bristol Brewing. Just in case I forget, I'm going to add it to my map right now. Because I'll forget. Bristol Brewing Company, South Cascade Avenue, Colorado. Is that it? Colorado Springs, Colorado, and this is how we do it. We put a starred place there, and now when I visit Colorado, I don't have too many stars in Colorado Springs. I see, although here in the computer, not all the stars show up for some reason. On the phone they do. On the iPad it's hit or miss. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's technology, man. Technology is hard. 246 watching right now. 78 likes. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Coming to you once again from the Pelican Head headquarters in Miami, Florida, USA. On this Friday, November 15th, 6:26 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for being here. Honey Kaushal. Your big man want to meet you someday. Please come to Kitchener, Ontario. Definitely. I really do want to go back to Canada. As you probably know, as part of this summer road trip, I did go into Victoria, and we went to Vancouver. Actually, we didn't see all that much in Vancouver, to be honest, because we decided to take that highway, the the Sea to Sky Highway, is it called? And we went all the way to Whistler. But yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun taking the Colorado and Minitini into Canada. Their Papa Drew RV knows the gun laws. To be honest, I really don't know. Um, I want your sticker, please. My sticker, travelingrobert.com/stickers. And Bubba has drones. Jealous of your Miami weather. Well, it's not cold here, but it's been raining all day for like 3 days in a row. So it hasn't been like the most idyllic weather. And tomorrow, I hope we get a good day tomorrow, because I have a lot of outdoor activities planned for tomorrow. I'm gonna do some RV upgrades, and I wanna clean it. And my water pump in Minitini is kind of on its last leg. It has this thing that it I guess is having trouble pressurizing, and it keeps going. Even so, I bought a new pump just to have it. I think it's gonna be better. It's I don't know. Have you guys heard of ShoreFlow? I've heard good things about it, so I bought a ShoreFlow. And tomorrow I'm gonna change the water pump. I'm gonna repack my wheel bearings, which is something that you're supposed to do every like 5,000 miles. That's what Winnebago recommends. We are way overdue. Bremen Auspanian. Greetings from Madrid, my old stomping grounds. It's very cold here. Lucky to be in your t-shirt in Miami. I was 2 weeks ago visiting Washington D.C. I got the chance to visit the White House inside. Oh, I've never done that. I would really love to do to get the 25-cent tour. Is it still 25 cents? Jackie Trujillo. Hi Robert, you should do a Christmas ornament of your RV on with your RV on it. That would be neat. Yes, it would. I think it's too late to do that, but that would be cool. By the way, I have to figure out a way to decorate this place for Christmas. Uh, and Chuck Wiggers from Indiana. Hold on. Whew, allergies. I don't know what it is. Kenneth Leonard, are you going to the Tampa RV Super Show? Most definitely, that is the plan. Yes. And Neftali Wachusett Craft, best IPA in New England. FYI, is that Wachusett's? That's the brewery, because I'm gonna add that to my map too. Is that the one in Westminster, Massachusetts? I'll check it out. And Ili is always telling me, that this is the thing. There's only so much you can eat and drink, and like more than half of my stars on my map are like either breweries or restaurants. So yeah. Refrigerator magnets would be cool. I haven't thought of that. I'm pretty sure Teesprings makes them. I'm gonna see, and I have to. I still have to make the hats. All right, Victor Torres. Looking forward to seeing you in the upcoming meetup in Miami. Tampa John, cold tomorrow in Tampa. High 67. But I argue that the people from Ohio are going to not think that is hot, but anyways. Hey, John Chucker from Waterbury, Connecticut. How are you doing tonight? Other video that failed the other day, I was a little worried. Yeah, the last Friday, the internet was so bad at this place at Montesano State Park in Huntsville, Alabama. I mean, it worked. Like I could do stuff in the computer, but it wasn't consistent, especially the upload speed. It would come and go. Like I would get 5 megabits all of a sudden, and then boom, it would go back to 0.11. So yeah. All right. A tree with beer cans on it. We did it that at the Marines. LOL. That looked cool. Ah, but beer cans, right? Crystal Smith, hi. I think I've seen you on the road. How do you like for other viewers to say hello on the road? Yeah, I like it. Once in a while, I even get like people waving and honks, and that's super cool. I love when to meet people on the road. Hey, from Fort Zulu, I was wondering what kind of mileage were you getting with Big White? About 10, I think, if memory serves. Armando Correa, we should do an RV campground meetup. Definitely, man. Are you coming down to Florida, or should I go up to the Northeast? And either way, we gotta do that sometime for sure. And Derek Whitworth. They say here in Phoenix Metro that it'll be cold next Wednesday and Thursday. 67 on Wednesday and only 62 next Thursday. Yeah, that sounds like South Florida cold to me. You should visit the largest motorhome manufacturing facility in the world, Winnebago Industries, headquarters in Forest City, Iowa. One of these days. One of these days. I'm not happy living up here. Many of my family is moving to Florida. Steve Moise, if no, not happy in Connecticut. I wanna visit Connecticut at some point. Oh, I never got to see Colton's message. Are we getting trolls here? You know. Robert, shop at Milam's Market for IPAs. They have a good variety. I haven't been to Milam's in a long time. That's the one by US One down there. Hi Robert, what's the last time you ever been sick on the road? I've been sick a couple of times, but no, nothing serious. It sucks though. Armando Correa, Florida sounds good. It's great this time of the year, but in August, man. And by the way, CLT is announcing here our meetup next Sunday. Harlem World Boy, greetings from St. Albans. Question: I want to purchase a RV, but my driveway is too narrow. What are some of the storage options for an RV? Well, most RV parks and even some state parks will offer a storage, and prices vary greatly. But that's what I would do. Yeah, that's yeah. Have you boondocked much in the east? Not really. It's been mostly Walmarts and Cracker Barrels. Not much moon, and a couple of primitive campgrounds like on the Everglades. Hey, look, Welder, fun in the sun. Hello there. And Papa Drew. Lucky Dog is getting a workout today in the chat. Lucky Dog, a moderator, which is Sue, by the way. And we have someone from Iran. Oh my gosh, Mehrdad Ali. It's Sleep RV Repeat. Happy Friday and congratulations on the new rig. Hey, Carl Root, Peg and Wife, the Lost RVers from California. Thank you so much for that super chat. Whatever town, dead center, lower 48, have a meetup. Yes, well, we're gonna have the Miami meetup, and we're obviously gonna have to have a meetup in Tampa for the RV show. Oh, and I don't know if you guys remember John and Kathy Huggins. I was chatting with them yesterday, actually, for the podcast. And, of course, this morning's episode of the podcast, you're going to listen to them. And they say that we're going to be at the RV show, too. So, yep. John Chucker, yeah, the ten question challenge. Yeah, that thing is taking the internet by storm. um, and Mr. CLT is coming up next. Okay, let me see. I'm really losing. Plan to do London, Ontario. I don't know. No set plans. Lyndon Suarez, what software do you use to edit your videos? I use Adobe Premiere Pro for the basic editing. Although on the Mac side, I use Motion 5 for the graphics. For some of the graphics, like the map with the red arrow, that's Motion. And that's pretty much all I do. And then I use Adobe Photoshop for the thumbnail. I do the thumbnails with that. Thank you, Traveling Nate Dog. Tampa John, just finished my Cuban coffee. Use your recipe, delicious. All right, yeah, I had one before the live stream. That's why I'm a little hyper. And Zachary from South Louisiana. When you head over this way, go down Highway 90 to the real Cajun country. You know, the next time I go to the West, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take all Highway 90, all the way to Arizona, all the way to California, hopefully. I'm going to try to avoid I-10 and take twice as long, but do a Highway 90. I definitely want to... There's this campground. Let me know if you know about it. Because our friend Danny Machado, who is a Patreon's executive producer, he stayed there. And it's just south. Is it Grand Isle State Park? I don't know if it's Grand Isle, but it's one of those like right down there on the bayou. Not a... It may be somewhere else. I'm not sure. I bet you it's gonna show up on the phone. It's not showing up in the computer here. But I definitely wanna take I-90 and go down there into, because I'm kind of tired of the interstate. Oh, you know what? Ooh. I have blood on the phone screen because and I'm a thumb typer. I cannot type with a band-aid on. It's kind of frustrating. Let me see if I can find the name of that state park, because he said he really liked it, and it was kind of empty when he went. It's not the Atchafalaya Delta. Could be Bonus Point Park. You know what? I'm not sure. I'll ask him. Danny Machado. I can hardly ever see him on the chat here, but he's a good guy. We got to hang out a lot in Quartzsite, Arizona last year. Jay Barrett, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, appreciate it. I enjoy all your shows. I share with my daughter that encourages her to come camping with me. I have a KZ315 RKD fifth wheel. Get $3.95 sticker I sent you. Yes, I got the sticker. Yes, of course. I have it. It's inside the trailer, actually. And the $3.95 was one of the best trips. You're gonna see that in about 2 or 3 weeks in the channel. Grand Isle is pretty good. The only beach in Louisiana, really. I'm from Houma myself. Yeah, next year on my way west, that's what I intend to do. I intend to go to some of these, take the scenic route. Thank all. Trying to keep the chat nice for Robert and his viewers. Thank you so much, Sue. I appreciate it. By the way, where's this? Has anybody seen this? This traveler, he was the original moderator. Well, today we don't have this. We don't have a Red Jaguar, and we don't have Mark. So you are the only moderator today, Lucky Dog Productions moderator. And Daisy Flores, hola Robert, con la clase de RV que usted tiene, se tiene que parar en la scale weight. No tengo que pararme en la scale weights. And she's asking if I have to weigh the RV in the scales. And I don't have. Actually, I should have, but I've never really weighted it. Grand Isle is awesome place. Went deep sea fishing years ago, so well, I have to go then. This isn't where I parked my car. No entiende español. That's why I translate, man. That's why I translate. Are you planning to live stream your drives? I did a couple of times, like last year, and people told me it was unsafe. So, but that's the thing. I was trying to answer questions while I was driving. That didn't work out so well. But I might do that again. And Pitch Poo from Hershey, Pennsylvania. All right. Tampa John, take 190 from Baton Rouge to Fort Stockton, heading to LA. From Tampa in December. 190. What? Where's the 190? Let's look it up, Why not? Let's look at the map. By the way, the other day I learned that the U.S. highways, like 190, it just means that it's just an alternate to the 90. I have no idea where the 190 is. I know I want to take the 90. So Fort Stockton is somewhere. Carlsbad, Fort Stockton is here. Where's the 190, man? Well, we can do this some other time, right? Let's go back. Let's go back to the main chat here. Where were we? Jarrett from Kansas. Robert, have you never thought to drive Bremen in Auspanian with your own car and RV across Europe? There's a company that ships RVs from USA to Europe and vice versa. There's one thing about the RV that I would have to modify to do Europe, and that's install a cassette toilet because of this. In Europe, dump stations are different and campgrounds are different. So I'd rather, for my trip, there are companies that will let you purchase a European style RV. Like I would get like a Heimer, like a 22 foot Heimer, or a Sunlight or something like that. And instead of taking Mini Teeny to Europe, I don't know. Also, I don't know the regulations for safety and stuff like that. It's different regulations. So I don't know. From Southern Arizona, Robert and Gary from the frozen Northwoods of Wisconsin. All right, we got people from all over the world. Sorry, guys, for my questions. What are trolls? Well, trolls are people who come to the chat and say unsightly things. How has your generator held up so far? Well, I kind of didn't not broke it, but one of the legs broke, so now it goes like this when I turn it on, and one of the legs broke in Death Valley. Actually, I tried to fix it with some epoxy, but I try not to use it. To be honest, when you run the AC, it does get kind of loud. Richard Drain, hi Robert, my wife Kelly and I are ready to get back to the Red Coconut, man. I want to go there this winter, or maybe in the spring. Weather has been horrible in Louisville, Kentucky area this week. Well, you probably got the same cold front that we all got, right? Robert, hope you're well. What are you drinking? Who was that? Ernesto Vélez. I'm drinking Monkey Nut India Pale Ale from Huntsville, Alabama, from Straight to L Brewery. And Stephen Fisher, thank you so much for that super chat. Hey Robert, is the weather warm on the Panhandle beaches in February? Wife wants to do the Pensacola area in this coming winter. I prefer further south. The water is gonna be cold, at least for Florida standards. If you are from Canada, the water is probably gonna feel warm, but yeah. How many days of the year do you travel RVing? It depends on the year, but this year so far I've done over 4 months. No, more. I did 2.5 months, and then 3.5 to 5, probably almost 6 months out of the year. This year I traveled. So going back to Stephen Fisher, I would prefer south too, because the panhandle can get cold. This is the thing: in February in Florida, you could get a cold front, and it could go down to the 50s, 40s, or it could be 80. It really depends. Hey, Red Jaguar, we were talking about you earlier, and Mr. Red Jaguar in the house from the city of brotherly love, and 3 number roads are bypassed. Even number roads go east and west. Odd number roads go north and south. Yep. I learned that not so I knew about the interstates, but to me the U.S. highways were kind of a mess, and I'm kind of starting to learn that. It's still kind of a mess, though. Derek to William, trolls are idiots who get on. Yeah, exactly. Banff, Alberta is calling you. Made my 8th trip last month. Well, Banff, this is the thing we're gonna do. On the if we finally make it to Alaska, I'm gonna do Glacier National Park in Montana, and from there we're gonna do Banff and Jasper, and then from there we continue. Jackie, a Bigfoot drink. Just kidding. Huh? He does look like Bigfoot, huh? It's kind of scary. Ooh. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. Any long featured videos in the future? Most definitely. But I'm concentrating on getting the summer road trip done as much as possible, but I still have and by the way, those feature films, they do great on Amazon as well. So I still have 2 or 3 or 4 of those feature films that I'm going to make from my winter trip, and then we're gonna make 3 or 4 feature films out of the summer road trip. I cannot make one single feature film because it will be 10 hours, so I'm gonna make 1 2-hour long Texas film. Then I might do a New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, qué sé yo. Then I might do a California, Pacific Northwest trip. Well, you know what I mean. Love the midweek videos. Should we expect more? Most definitely, yes. I don't know about this week, because I'm just finishing the first New Mexico video right now, and that's this Sunday. So I'm falling behind because of the Minis on the Mountain rally. You know, it was 8 days in which I didn't have time to do much. Any plans to venture more into Kansas? Definitely. I cheated on Kansas this year. I just went to the geographical center of the United States and back out. But as I visit Kansas City, which is oddly enough not in Kansas, Missouri, I am going to go into Kansas as well.
I don't know what you mean by, hey Siri, I am going to Kansas as well. How about a web search for it?
Siri thought that Kansas City, I was talking to her. Can you believe that? I'm telling you. Spinal, I'm in Ocala, by the way, so I completely agree with your assessment of Florida winter weather. It's but I mean, it's much better than the summer to be outdoors for the most part. Suntan Hop Shock IPA brewed in Chandler, Arizona. Good stuff. I think I've had that when I was in Arizona. Hi, Robert, are you going to borrow Alaska? No, I'm not going to borrow Alaska. I'm just going to take it. Just kidding. I would love to go to Barrow, Alaska, which is like the northernmost city in the Americas. Or Dead Horse. I've been to Dead Horse. It depends how much time I get in Alaska. I would love to drop Mini Teeny halfway up the Dalton Highway and continue with the Colorado all the way to Dead Horse. We'll see. And Turon, where are you now? I'm in the Pelican Head headquarters in Miami, Florida. Highway 89 is a beautiful drive. 89, refresh my memory. Highway 89, where does that go? Is that that loneliest highway? No, that's 51, isn't it? I forget. Papa Drew, I have to take off. Take care. And bye, everyone. You rock, Lucky Dog. We'll call you Sunday, okay? Okay. We should all hang out one of these days. Did you see the RTR has no camping this year? Lucky Dog Production. I haven't seen it. I know that he hasn't announced it yet. I think they said Quartzsite area, but I don't know. I haven't been keeping up because I don't plan on going. But it would be good to know. If you can let us know what's going on with that. Ooh. Papa Drew, give me a call. Papa Drew, will do. Have all fun camping. And love to get a midweek video. If I can finish the Taos, New Mexico video, I will. But I doubt it. I have a lot of other projects in the house this week. But I'll try. Look up Little Jerusalem State Park. Little Jerusalem, huh? And Flathead Lake Brewing Company. We're in Glacier National Park. I'm going to look that up right now because Glacier is definitely... It's definitely Flathead Lake Brewing. Okay, I added a star to it. And it says it's in Big Fork, Montana. There's so much to see. A lifetime is not enough, let me tell you. Colin Lee from Manchester in the UK. Hello there. 7.5 meter caravan trailer. 7.5 meter. Okay, Google. How many meters is 7.5? How many feet? Okay, Google. How many feet is 7.5 meters?
7.5 meters is equal to 24 feet.
24. Oh, that's a good size. I'd say that's a pretty large size for European caravans. I've seen a lot of them are very short. Well, congratulations. And one of these days, man. One of these days, I'm gonna RV in the UK. I'm still kind of afraid of driving on the other side of the road and shifting with my left hand. I don't know. Have you ever been in the Savannah's recreation area? I actually have. I haven't camped there because it was fully booked, but I've been to it. I really like that area. That has like that old Florida feel. 89 and 89A is in Arizona. I have a feeling I have taken the 89. Isn't that the one that goes... Oh man, I'm drawing a blank right now. No, that's... I know I have taken that road. In any case, I don't have time to be looking for it right now. Spinal, if you haven't been to California Redwood Forest, I highly recommend your way through Mount Rainier National Park in Washington. I didn't visit Mount Rainier National Park when I was there. This time around, I wanted to, but it's one of those things you have to pick your battles. But I did visit the Redwoods, and I didn't think I was going to like him as much as I did. Lucky Dog, RTR will be at the fairgrounds this year. Really? That's not good. Time for a song, Robert. This coming Wednesday, we are on the road again. Safe travels to all. Be well. All right. Tampa John announced RTR today at Fairgrounds, 50 miles north of Quartzsite. No camping. Find your own spot in around Parker or Quartzsite. That's no good. Oh, well, I guess they got too big for their own good, right? I guess I went to the last real RTR this past January. What is your favorite smaller side city in New Mexico? Love watching. Well, I haven't been in New Mexico enough to have like a favorite. I really like the area around Taos. Actually, I really like Taos. Rolling with the Robs. I had to winterize. Nighttime temps went into the 20s here in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Can't wait to get back in the campgrounds. Next trip is to Naples, Florida. And let's have a moment of silence for those of you who have had to winterize this winter. You know Slim Potato Head, not in person, but I know of him. I've seen some of his videos on YouTube. Red Jaguar, I've been so busy at work, I haven't had time to finish editing. How did you balance work and editing film? Well, while I was traveling, I have no idea, but actually, when I got back to Miami, I felt like I was on vacation, believe it or not. Hey, J Storm. Hey, I caught my first live stream. Woohoo! Hi, Robert from Bangkok. Oh, from Bangkok, Thailandia. I'm an expat from Maine. My wife and I love your videos. Keep them coming. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here all the way from Bangkok. And from Panama City, Florida. I passed very close to Panama City a couple of days ago when I was at Falling Water State Park. And it was raining in Falling Water State Park, which I thought was most appropriate. Robert. Okay, hi from Toronto. Hi, and RTR main site is La Paz County Fairgrounds, but no camping at the site. Recommended to disperse camper on Parker on BLM land, no dedicated campsite. So, what, you have to drive every day to the fairgrounds for like the seminars and stuff? I don't know. It's Sleep RV repeat. How long is Minitini including the hitch? 19 feet long. I mean, I haven't measured it, but that's what Winnebago says. Duck RV Russ, do you ever watch other RVers on YouTube? Are you talking to me? Or who's Russ? Where's Russ? I do watch other RVers on YouTube. Of course. Before I was before I've been on YouTube for 10 years, 11 years, but before I was uploading consistently. I've watched many people along the years, for sure. Hi Robert, do Maine in 2020. Maine might have to wait to 2021. I might do it in this coming fall 2020. It's very likely. Sad day for me. I had to winterize. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you had to winterize. I hope one of these days you become a snowbird and spend these times of the year with us here in the South. Are you going to drive through Toronto, Canada one of these days? I'm going to start answering these questions quickly. What did you like about your time in Michigan? Amazing staff, man. I really liked Michigan. I liked the Upper Peninsula, Lake Superior. I went to the Pictured Rocks. And oddly enough, I liked Detroit a lot as a city. I want to go back and visit. I really liked the Henry Ford Museum. James Schlipley, we only have none inches of snow here in Lower Michigan. Hi, Joanne RV Adventures. It's been a while. Bob Wells said it could not use BLM land unless pay a fee of $600,000. No typo. And that would not be consistent with cheap RV living, for sure. Have you ever visited any ghost towns out west? Yes, I have. Last one I visited, I think it was Calico in California. Um, Lucky Dog Productions. We are at Gamble Rogers beachside camping right now. I'm so jealous, man. What do you have to say that? uh, Probably not the best weather for beach camping, but hey, I'm still jealous. Jealous. What did Dylan Reynolds say? Message deleted anyways. Um, Australia Zoo. Yeah, I want to see the kangaroo for sure. And Spinal, thank you for being so engaging with your viewers, honest in your reviews, descriptions of your travels, and being so humble. You are an inspiration to my wife and I to get out and travel. Well, thank you so much. It's just the way I am, man. I say him like I see him, and sometimes I say too much. Actually, perhaps I don't know. It's all good. D Boo, love watching your shows. Hubs, can't wait till we get our RV. Yeah, let me tell you, it is a fun thing, RVing, and 9 inches of snow in Coco. Also, yeah, that's funny. S. Alessi, did Disney ever contacted you about that jerk at the gate? Nope. Amazing Staffman, Detroit is my hometown. You know, talking about Detroit, and I have a text message. Hold on. Oh, Alex Cruz. What did he send me? Getting back on track here. I like Detroit. It had like a Gotham City look to it that I like. By the way, I drove through downtown with Minitini in tow because I didn't have time to like do anything else. But I want to go back. I want to go back for sure. Dylan, Robert, do a meetup in Pickering, Ontario at Boston Pizza. When I go to Ontario for sure, man. D-Boo, I want a Class B, hopefully in the next year or two. You know, I want the inside of a Class A with the outside of a Class B. Is that possible? You know, the one thing about Class Bs, if they could figure out a way to put larger holding tanks, I would be on board. Art in Holland, Michigan. Hello there. And the Super of Hollywood. I ever go to the Biltmore in Nashville, North Carolina? Yes, I have a whole video of it. They said no cameras, but all I had was my phone, so I just pretended, you know. What's wrong with this microphone? Hello. All right. Love Gamble Rogers. See, I've never been able to camp there, so one of these days. Mike Nelligan, I like the Wendlands podcast almost as much as yours, but I can relate more to you because of my age. They do provide a well-produced show as well, a lot of valuable info. Yeah, and I can imagine the amount of research or production really that goes into their podcast because they do a lot of content for sure. Do you recall the location where you stopped on the Painted Desert in Arizona? Not exactly. Painted Desert. Let me see if I can recall. I don't. I mean, I don't recall staying at the Painted Desert, but I drove through it, didn't I? Actually, I've never really been in the Painted Desert except that day that I drove in the slit coming from Page, Arizona, and I ended up in Gallup, New Mexico. That's the closest I've gotten to the Painted Desert. That's another place that is definitely on the bucket list. Jesús López desde Venezuela, saludos. And Rocket Up Kansas City clicking in. All right, Mr. Robert, would you ever get a pet as a traveling companion? Probably not. Probably not. And I'll just leave it at that. Um, I don't want that kind of responsibility. I don't know if I could be responsible enough to take care of a pet. Um, A Jones, I also want the inside of a Class A and the outside of a Class B, right? Wouldn't you? Yeah, that would be cool. At least the holding tanks of a Class A and the outside of the inside of a Class C and the outside of a Class B. Let's just bend the laws of physics here. Thor Vegas is close, a class, but called an RVV. Yeah, Thor Vegas. The build quality is not the best on those Thor Vegas, but I know what you mean. Yeah, kind of looks like a small Class A, but it has the drop down bed in the front, which makes it a Class C, and or is that the Ace? No, the Thor Vegas is also kind of like that. I like them. I like the way they look. It's a little too large to be able to park it almost anywhere. That's the one thing. Hello again, Robert from Bob and Pam Thousand Trails, Wachula, Florida. That was my first Thousand Trails. That's the Peace River, right? Smoking Rodeo Band. I wonder how many other RVers are musicians like myself and Robert. I think there's a few of us out there. Have you ever had any big troubles on the road? Not from Turong May yet. Nothing big. I've had a couple of scares. I've had many flat tires. Recently, I dropped Minitini into a ditch. Luckily, I was able to tow it out. And that's about it. As far as safety, I felt unsafe a couple of times, and I've been able to move somewhere else. Which that time I moved to Van Horn, and apparently Van Horn is this super um, dangerous place according to many people, but I thought it was okay. Amazing stuff, man. Maybe I've overlooked it, but have you ever filmed in Ocala National Forest? As a matter of fact, I haven't. It's one of those places in Florida that I want to visit this coming late January or February, when I'm going to do my tour around Florida. I love the traveling videos where you cross all the state. Where's your next biggest trip? Well, it's gonna be Alaska, but before Alaska, I want to do some of the Midwestern states. I want to do Kansas City. I want to go back to Iowa, Minnesota, maybe even a little bit of Wisconsin and North Dakota before I go into Montana and then Alaska. I mean, first, of course, Alberta, Canada, and then Alaska. What time is it? 7:09. We're gonna do this for a couple more. Like maybe let's push it to 7:30. But I'm dry, so I'm gonna make an exception and open a second beer this time around. Because my throat is getting dry, and tomorrow I have to sing, and I wanna be able to do a good job, you know. Well, that's a lot of head. Anyway, this second beer is a Rocket Republic Mach 1 IPA, also from the Huntsville, Alabama area. This one is stronger than the Monkey Nut, I think. Hi, Robert. Great view. Are you retired or semi-retired? I'd like to think of myself as self-employed. And I don't think I'm ever going to retire like sitting in a rocking chair watching TV. I think as long as I have the brain and the physical capacity to do it, I'm going to be doing something. Daniel Gonzalez, any idea on what you're going to do when you reach 100,000 subscribers? Well, we're going to do a countdown live stream here if I'm here in Miami. And we definitely got to do a party. Maybe we'll do a meetup wherever I am. Robert, are you a member of ASCAP or BMI? I'm not, actually. RV vacation, campground, petrified forest, painted desert. I do want to go to the petrified forest. And I've driven past it twice already. Jason Parrish, Friday night, my wife and I watching Traveling Robert live stream. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It's really great that you guys choose to spend your Friday nights here, hanging out with me virtually. Do you like stone crab or spiny lobster? Both. Both. Stone crab, I like both actually, equally as much. You had one big scare, broke down in the path of a hurricane. Well, Red Jaguar, yeah, definitely, that was a big scare. Although I'll let you in a little secret. I'm not all that scared of hurricanes, especially where I was in North Carolina, where I was 100 miles inland. As long as you are in I would have rented a hotel or something like that, and it was just frustrating not to be able to move. For your vehicle not to be able to get fixed. In my mind, it was more frustrating and inconvenient than actually scare. At no point I felt unsafe, and I get the support from so many people in the area. There was Richard Lima who invited me to his home, and indefinitely he said, "Stay as long as you want." And Brian Wood of the Woods Online, he's also there, and I'm sure if I would have called him, he would have sheltered me if push come to shove, and some other people in the area. So well, yeah. In the end, I'm Cuban born, so I have a little bit of a maverick attitude towards hurricanes, if you will. But yeah, well, that was in hindsight, it might have been scary. Can you come to South Georgia, Valdosta area? I love not love the Valdosta area, but I passed by Valdosta so many times. That's usually my halfway point, my first stop after exiting Florida. Spinal, thank you so much for that super chat. Good idea for a feature film video, maybe a complete video of all the major Florida Springs campgrounds. Thank you for all the great videos. That'll be cool. That'll be a cool video. I could do, yeah. Maybe this February I'll do a little bit of a loop around Florida. That's part of the plan anyway. Sylvania Shipyard. Hello, Robert. I'm looking forward to your Colorado review. Any problems? Not really any problems. I'm gonna make a review probably before the end of the year, because as far as a towing machine, it has been very reliable. No issues whatsoever, really. It's just the annoying technology that some things are annoying. Maybe I'm old, unevolved, but I like to have control of certain things like the door locks or the lights or stuff like that. And the truck does a lot of things by itself, and I don't like that. Bruce Larson, great answer and outlook on life. Linda Lawson, Robert, love your show. Thank you. Anthony G, RV Vacation. Oh, thanks for the info. Okay, that's I want to go to the Painted Desert, by the way. What's your schedule for Kansas City? I have no schedule yet, but if and when I go, it's going to be May. Probably May. And are there any adverse things I should know about Kansas City in May? Because I know I was going to go to the Northeast, and someone told me about the black flies, not to go there. Tampa John, I have a Spot X for emergencies. I want to get, is that the Spot X, is that GPS device? I need to get me one of those that it's a GPS satellite connected device. If I'm in the middle of nowhere and I have an emergency, I could press a button and let people know where I am. And David Romero from Las Vegas. Hey Robert, do a 3-hour video New Year's Eve. We could do that too. It depends what I'm doing on New Year's Eve, but yeah, we could do that. New Year's Eve will probably coincide with my reaching 100,000 subs. So Swedish pilot David Romero from Las Cruces, El Paso. Well, El Paso, Las Cruces are quite close. Lucky dog, I don't get scared of hurricanes. Yeah, we're Floridians, man. And if I lived on the water, if I lived in Miami Beach, like instead of Miami, or if it depends, if you are England and you're in a well-built house, you're gonna lose a couple of trees and your fence, and your car might be upside down at the end of the day, but you'll survive. Now, if you're on the coast, or if you're like what happened in New Orleans, it really wasn't as much hurricane damage as flood damage. That levee broke, and the city got flooded. It's Sergio Diaz. Thank you so much for that super chat. Appreciate it. And you got that. Those are the new super chats that you can put like an animated character. That's really cool. And Mr. Robot, I was thinking, how is the gas mileage on the truck since you got more miles on it now? It's been 13 miles per gallon for the most part, even 14 at some point. But in this past road trip, it was down to 11, which I don't know if I should be concerned. I was also kind of pushing 70 on the interstate, so that might be part of it. And hey, Don Holloway, thank you so much for that super chat. TGIF and cheers, man, cheers. Enjoy spending your Thanksgiving and Christmas in Florida, California, in the house, Don and Maria. Thank you so much, man. And yeah, we're gonna spend Thanksgiving and Christmas here in Florida. The rest of the year, probably. I'm not gonna do anything major. I might take Minitini out for a weekend just to do a couple of videos that I would need to do. Like, I want to do some upgrades and some reviews that I have to, some product reviews that I've received. But yeah, we're gonna do a pork roast for Thanksgiving because not traditionalist. We're gonna do a Cuban Thanksgiving, maybe. I might buy a turkey, but I'll probably do a pork roast just because. We're camping at Blue Springs in a couple of weeks. That's awesome, man. I wanna visit some of those not hot springs in Florida. Parini Tamish, your Wiwachich, some of these names, man. Wiwahichka, Florida fans are watching. We especially appreciate your drone shots. Oops. Have you ever lost or come close to losing a drone? I've come close. I've never lost one, no. But I've come close. I've come really close. Actually, this is the saddest part. I was more worried about losing all the footage that was on that card on the drone than actually losing the drone. But I think, because I think after 2.5 years, I think I've got my money's worth on that Mavic Pro. But it would suck to lose some of those shots from Lake Tahoe, for example, which you haven't seen yet, but they're good. Swedish pilot drive to my hometown of El Paso, Texas, bro. I will. I've driven through El Paso twice already on I-10, but I will be back. RV vacation at Anthony. Okay. You guys are talking among yourselves, so I'm going to. Katia Cote, hey Robert, I love paprika too. Paprika, yeah, that's one of my favorite condiments. That's like Californians not being afraid of earthquakes. Yeah, which I'm not afraid of either, but I've never actually experienced one. I experienced a little tremor like this, but nothing more. Hey Robert, when will the 2020 road trip start? The long one, May. I'm not gonna do any long road trips until May. I don't think. I might do something short in Florida. I might even go up to Georgia, Alabama, but no further than that. May would be, and who says May can also say April, but around there. Waltworth, Dorian really made me nervous, and I get nervous because you never know, and that's why I didn't visit North Dakota, by the way, because it's not nervous, but if a hurricane is gonna hit South Florida, I want to be here for my family, that's why I made a beeline. I drove 500 miles in a day just to be within reach. If I really needed to come down here, I could. but I knew my house was gonna survive, and everything else. It's just it was it's the thing with hurricanes. What sucks is where I live. It's a heck of an inconvenience for a couple of days or weeks because it's a hassle to get gas. You lose power, and you have to have provisions. You have to have food and that kind of thing. And you may lose my nice poinciana tree across the street, but that's about it. Mojitos for Thanksgiving? I might be traditional and get a Beaujolais Nouveau wine, which is like my Thanksgiving tradition. Do videos every day in December till you get your Alabama videos. I wish if I could work 24 hours a day, I would, and I would be able to do that. RV vacation, Swedish pilot, retired truck driver myself. Okay, Daytona, not Daytona. Yeah, I figured out that one. Does your family go along with you sometimes? Sometimes when they're able to. And Fulton Calhoun, Verano Beach, had a shark attack near Melbourne. My cousin said she saw one bite someone. No joke. Yeah, uh, things happen, man. I'm just curious how many miles on the Colorado now. Ooh, it's almost 40. 38,000. Hello, Robert. When are you gonna get an electric bike? They are a blast. I'm probably gonna be the last person to get an electric bike, right? Everybody seems to be getting them. I will. I will soon. Oh, that's a good IPA. What was your job before you quit for full time RVing? I was commercial operations coordinator for a TV network, and that's what I had been doing for 15 years. Bill Utah, thank you so much for that super chat. Thanks for the content. You're very welcome, and thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Hi, Robert. My birthday is on May 13th. Well, remind me, and I'll sing you happy birthday right here, live on the air. Red Jaguar, did you finally finish up or give away the rest of the Hershey chocolate? I certainly did. Yeah, I ate most of it, but I gave some of it away. Yeah. When are you going to drive from South Florida to Alaska? Hey, summer 2020, hopefully. Spinal Robert, quick rundown of the cameras you use or the ones you recommend. Cameras I use, well, the main one is listening to the conversation back there. It's a camcorder, by the way. I'm the last YouTuber to use a camcorder. That's a Sony AX53, FDR AX53. The other two are a small Sony action cam. Is the X3000, and I'm using the GoPro Hero 7 as a trailer cam right now on the roof of the trailer. And sometimes I use my phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S9. Cal Rudpeck, those fires in California are so scary. They move so fast. Yeah, I know. That I would be more scared of, because if I live in an area with fires that I'm not familiar with. AG Storm, Super Chat not available in Thailand yet. Sigh. I need to move back to Maine. Yeah, that's, at the beginning of the internet, back in the mid 90s, they told us that the internet was going to be the same everywhere. And more and more, the internet is becoming so fragmented. Different countries get different things. You know how it is. Can you say happy birthday, Andrea K? Can you say happy birthday to my husband? His birthday is tomorrow. He will be 67 years old. What's his name? Or should I say happy birthday, Andrea's husband? Oh, Hubert, I see it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hubert. Happy birthday to you. Hey Robert, the 2020 road trip will run from May to November. More or less, yeah. What camera for time lapse? Oh, for time lapse, I use it's an oldie but goodie, which I'm gonna replace the lens soon, but the camera is still good. It's a Nikon D5100, and I've had this since like 2011. And I just set it on manual mode, and especially for the nighttime time lapses, I set it on manual mode. I think it's like a 15-second exposure, wide open at 3.5, and it's pretty high ISO, probably 1200, and I take one picture every 20 seconds or so. Yep. But I want to upgrade the lens to a wider angle lens. Hey, Parini Tamish, thank you so much for that super chat. My husband and I drove to Apalachicola, Florida today and kept catching ourselves singing your traveling songs. Thank you for all the enjoyment we have brought us. And Apalachicola, that's a pretty cool town. That's the forgotten coast of Florida, the oyster capital of the world, and I want to go back. Last time I was there, I pretty much just drove through, but yeah, definitely. Fulton Calhoun, stop drinking beer, drink milk. You're going to have a heart attack. My grandma had 6 beers a day. Yeah, I don't drink 6 beers a day. In fact, I hardly ever drink beer. But on Fridays, we do it. Hey, from G. Cavazos. Hey, Robert, if you get the chance, you should visit the Rio Grande Valley in deep South Texas. See where the Rio Grande River ends. Is it that near South Padre Island, around that area? Oh, maybe not. But yeah, I definitely want to go to that area. Her 70th birthday was yesterday. Can you sing to her? Yeah, definitely. It was her name. G. Aguila. ¿Qué hola, Cere? Desde San Diego, California. I had to read that with a Cuban accent because that's ¿Qué hola is like a what's up in Cuban slang. Tammy McDowell, thank you so much for that super chat. Thanks for all you do. Love your videos. Hope to meet you one day. Definitely. I love doing meetups around the country, and definitely would love to meet you too. Thank you so much for that super chat. And oh, I know that's the person for tomorrow's party that I have to sing. I'll call him back. Hey Robert, I love Alexander Springs next to Ocala National Park. No hookup, but very nice with trails and spring is very clear. Alexander Springs, maybe I'll make a note of that. Alexander Springs Recreation Area. I already have a star there. I'll definitely visit sometime this late winter, for sure. Lance Bowen. Hello, Robert. How long do you research your trips cross country? Usually a long time. It's an ongoing process. Like right now, I've already done a little bit of research for all these trips. All these stars that you see in my map is part of my research. Those are places that I know that I want to visit at some point, and I used to be a lot more organized. I used to write, in a Word document, even with dates and times of the places where I wanted to be. Especially when I was more like, it was more of these in a hurry road trips. But a long road trip like the one I did in the summer, 3.5 months, that's harder to plan. And sometimes I just had a general idea and I did some research on the go, to be honest. So it really depends. So some areas are much more well researched than others, for sure. West Rim of the Grand Canyon would make for an interesting trip. You know, I've never been to the West Rim. I've been to the North and the South Rim. So yeah, yeah, that would be cool. That's definitely in the plans. Kent Wilgraff, let's bring a big cheers for Robert's fantastic YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Cheers, everybody. And this 7:30. We're a little past due here in our time, so I'm gonna start wrapping it up. Just a couple more questions, and that's it. Cesar Cosmo Calhoun, that's your grandma. Happy birthday, Cesar Cosmo. Happy birthday to you. Randy, Robert, did you ever get the chance to turn some of your songs into a phone ringtone? Well, yeah, my ringtone is riding in my RV EDM version, and I could do them. And tell him happy birthday, Andrea. Okay, I'm losing track of the chat here. Is going so fast. Do you get embarrassed when people recognize you when you're out driving? No, not really. I really like it when people like honk or flash their lights or they just go like that on the road. And sometimes at rest areas, I've met people and at campgrounds, of course. So it's really cool. I really enjoy saying hello and shaking people's hands. And hey, Robert, Elizabeth Eldridge, how do you manage your time with all you do? I have no idea. Um, but I sometimes somehow I manage. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. All right, I'm gonna sing you a song, and we're gonna call it a night. Whew. And we're gonna end with the same song that we always end the live chats. It's hard to play with a band-aid in your finger. I saw you one time at a Walmart in Valdosta. I waved, but you didn't wave back. You gave me a mean look. Oh, sorry about that. Hey, Remy Love, have a great night. Thank you. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. I'm riding. We keep on riding, everybody. From the Pelican Head main headquarters here in Miami, Florida, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And see you next week on the road. And how do I do this? This is a new system here. Stop streaming. Good night.